I'm taking you all to Gamer Town. Win a video game.
Welcome back to a brand new, exciting episode of Video Ditch. I was gonna do my best, Kevin POTUS. Welcome back, but
yeah, start over. Take it from the top.
All right, take it from the top. Welcome back to a brand new, exciting episode of Video Ditch.
In memoriam.
It's me, Sandy Com, joined as always by my co-host Nick, and plus another brand new, exciting addition to the Video Ditch crew, production crew. We got the man with the plan, the HUGH man with ideas, the thunder from down under, if you would, producer HUGH. You know?
Hello, it's me, the producer.
He's real. He's like Chris, except he talks.
I'm real. I'm here in the flesh.
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling wonderful today.
Mm-hmm. I think you can bring the hands down.
No, I can't yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Just pretend I'm doing like a kabuki kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Thing. You know what the sumo do when they're like with the crazy fucked up eyes, like
For the listeners, imagine the kabuki theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, imagine the red and white face paint on me.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the you know what super kabuki is?
I might, but
it's kabuki, but they just adapt like My Hero Academia.
Oh, that's less exciting. I was hoping for something not related to My Hero Academia.
Well, it's like different anime and manga and shit.
Oh, okay, so
that's like the popular one, it's what sells. But God, I would love to be in one of those productions.
As what?
Just to be in it.
Okay, you wouldn't mind like being a chorus member,
at the start of Yakuza 7, where Ichiban's dad is like playing a girl or something because he's so beautiful, right? In the kabuki theater or the whatever it was. I would do that if it meant I could be a part of that.
Yeah,
I would see my father get brutally gunned down in front of me if it meant I could be in a super kabuki production.
Yeah, as we all would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On today's show,
speaking of the Yakuza series,
speaking of Yakuza, we got a showcase to cover and a couple games to talk about. Following up on last week's wager, the first wager of the season. And I suppose now is as good of a time as any before we move on into the meat of our program to shout out and to promote another
to respectfully
program.
pay respectfully our love, our souls, hearts, and I can't do this sincerely, but I am sincere.
I know it sounds like
it sounds like I'm mocking them, but I'm trying to be nice.
There's no mockery here. No, truly.
It's just the sound of my voice. The timbre is very abrasive.
I can't help it. It's just how I sound. But what we're getting at, listeners and viewers, is our good friends at the Thought Cops podcast, Kevin and Grant, and I suppose producers Wick. Although I never.
He's no producer, HUGH.
Yeah.
Well, you got to give respect to those who came before us.
Yes. Really. The lowly servants, the serval class who carried the bricks up to make the pyramid, I suppose. Yes. They did technically have a hand in it.
Yes.
Those sage advice from HUGH. Yes. Sagacious HUGH, as I like to call him. The fellas over at Thought Cops are ending their illustrious program after 300 plus episodes.
After having us on once, they said,
"That's good. Fuck this shit. You know what?
It's only down here." Yeah, I think he called me. He said it's down here from here. Yeah,
Yes, he said. When people say they peaked, this is the opposite of that.
Building up a lot of momentum, but it's all downhill, and we hate it. So we shot their podcast right in the head.
Anyways, check out their show.
Yeah, still like the season 3. So check out the illustrious season 3.
This is like when Breaking Bad split their final season into 2 parts. This is the second half. This is the half that everyone remembers forever. It'll make that one song no one's heard before very popular, get a lot of royalties for a certain band that they pick, whoever that is, that kind of thing.
Bowling for soup out there.
I was expecting some classic like Chicago band, but yeah, they're gonna release their Osmandius.
I think they're gonna put out "Go Jimmy Jimmy."
Yeah,
Excellent.
But yeah,
R.I.P. Aaron Carter. Put up the picture of Jimmy Neutron crying over Aaron Carter.
In memoriam.
In memoriam. Sock Ops and Aaron Carter. Leave them a voicemail.
Tell them we sent you.
Tell them the guys from Video Ditch sent you. If we
tell
them
we were sincere, because we can't.
I know somehow. Something about being in front of a camera just makes me take the piss out of everything.
Makes me put clown grease paint all over my face and dye my hair green.
But really, thank you to the fine folks over there, because I kind of mentioned it at the end of season 1, but one of the coolest parts of this whole endeavor is becoming part of like a greater community and kind of meeting all these people and forming these connections. And it has been educational, meaningful. What do you think, Nick?
It's a lot of fucking work.
It truly is. Especially
but I enjoy doing it. So is it really, Yes. It is, but I like it.
Truly. And looking forward to the future. Before we move on to today's show, we got a preview of our next week's guest. It's going to be internet celebrity Sheepover.
It's true. Internet famous celebrity Sheepover will be on the show, people. To talk about the Sheepover game.
Yeah, I'm excited because I actually don't think I know anything about it.
And more.
Yeah. Excellent. Moving on to today's show. The first topic of discussion, I suppose, is Mario versus Spider-Man. Right. Last week. Right. Oh, thank you. Last week we had they both released, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Spider-Man 2 released for all 5 PS5 owners, and Super Mario Wonder released for roughly 1 trillion screaming man children such as myself.
Excellent. So, do you want to go first, or shall I? Or should we just set it straight? Which one reviewed better? Because that was the wager.
Obviously it was Mario because it's a Nintendo game. Trying to go up against Nintendo in the review business is like trying to go against, say, Goliath when you're anyone whose name is not David. It's just not going to end very well.
It's not going to end well. Yeah, I will graciously concede my defeat this week to Nick and Team Mario.
You all should be glad that I won, because if I made the theme song, it would have sounded like complete dog shit. It would have been fucking terrible.
So hopefully, either by the time this episode is up or by next episode at the latest, we will have a new theme song composed by me. If Nick adds any stipulations to something he's like wanting in it, like I need you to say something really horrible.
Yeah, if you could sample My Heaven from Silent Hill. Actually, yeah, if anyone who's listening, you want to put any stipulations, any good ideas, any funny things in the Torment Public Humiliation channel on the Discord server, we can utilize that.
The Resident Evil basement theme from the director's cut.
Yeah, that's a good
something
one.
Like that. Yeah,
famous composer made that. He plays
the deaf guy.
Yeah, the famous Japanese Beethoven.
Yeah, Beethoven, but Japanese.
They called him Beethoven-sama.
Beethoven-sama. Yeah. Mario Wonder, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
I played
Good game. What are we thinking?
It's what? I played a lot of 2D Mario games. I played Mario. I played Mario 2. I played Mario 3. Hell, you know what?
Isn't Mario 2 the one where you pick up the things?
You pick up turnips and shit.
Yeah.
I don't like 2D Mario games.
What?
I thought going into Wonder, like, oh, this will be the one that changes the game because it looks wild and crazy, and look at how expressive Mario is, and the flowers talk and shit. But I don't know. I mean, I played it for a decent amount of time, and I gotta say, it's very easy, not very fun for me.
Not super challenging.
I feel like I have to. Well, I'm only playing with other people also, which I would think is probably more fun than playing by yourself, but. I feel like, as a real god gamer, I have to severely slow myself down to allow the people around me to play the game whatsoever. For example, I was playing with my friend Jacob the other day, and I literally just was spanking the shit out of Bowser Jr. on the first boss stage. The whole match, he did literally nothing. While he just sat there looking at his phone, thinking of a tweet to write up or something, completely useless.
Classic.
He didn't need to do anything.
Classic behavior.
It was just me annihilating the boss. So I don't know if the game gets much harder after that or what, but so far I've got to say, a kind of a game for babies. Very colorful, great sounds and shapes. Great, you put the triangle in the triangle shaped hole, that kind of thing. But
does it have any selectable difficulty?
No. I mean, technically, yeah. If you play as Yoshi, then it's even easier because you can't die or take damage, and you get
That's fetus mode.
Yeah, that's literally stem cell mode.
I see. Okay. So and it has multiplayer, so it's co-op. How many at a time? Is it
4
up to
people?
4?
If you do co-op, also you're guaranteed to never die because as soon as you die, you turn into a little
like in a
specter,
bubble
and
or
someone pokes you, and you come back to life instantly. So as long as one person is somewhat competent, it is impossible to lose at this game.
And there's no scaling. It doesn't seem with like difficulty. Oh, that's interesting. Unfortunate.
No,
sounds accessible.
There's a level very early where piranha plants sing, which I thought was whimsical and fun, but not. I would like it to be harder. I would like it to be a more difficult game.
Okay. And so you said you don't like 2D Mario.
No, I'm more of a Super Mario 64 Odyssey kind of guy.
What about Sunshine?
Don't give a shit. I do not care. I do not care about Sunshine.
Sunshine and Galaxy? What about like
Sunshine and Galaxy are both games I played and got bored of and never finished.
Okay. Interesting.
Controversial.
64
classic a bunch of times. I even did the 16-star run for 64 backwards long jump and everything. Very, very advanced technique. Very
impressive. Very cool. Okay.
Tells you anything.
I mean, I think I'm with you there. I do prefer Mario in a 3D environment. It's when it's most interesting. With this one, damn it, I had.
Yes, how does Spider-Man suck? Why is the baby game for thumbsuckers better than Spider-Man 2?
Why is the baby game? Oh, okay. Spider-Man 2.
It went woke.
Spider-Man went woke.
Spider-Man went woke.
Oh, I had a great quip. You're gonna hear it later. You're going to laugh your ass off, both of you. Remind me when we get to it. You'll know what it is.
Well, Spider-Man's interesting because I really enjoyed Spider-Man 2018 when it came out.
Yeah.
Right. I think
the PS4 game.
I was like the right age, just the right time in my life. Where I was like, you know what? I relate to Peter. I'm also 23 and struggling.
Fresh-faced.
I'm broke as fuck. Living on
clean shaven.
Yeah. And yeah, I just remember really liking that game. I feel like I ditched so much school to just play that game that year, and then I failed out of college.
That's actually the origin of the name of the show. Video ditch is where you don't go to class, you can play a video game.
Yeah. 2018 ruined me. It was God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2.
Ah, the memories.
A lot of bloat. But with Spider-Man 2, it's like I really wanted to get into it to play as fucking like black suited Spider-Man, and they hold that I guess like full. Well,
what they dangle it in front of you?
Are you like story sensitive? Or either?
I don't care at all. I did not play the first Spider-Man.
It's fine. Oh, I played the first one, but spoilers don't bother me that much.
Hugh exists to give funny quips. He doesn't care about spoilers.
Much like Spider-Man, I'm here to quip.
Yes. Good. He's like a metaphysical being. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. With this sequel. Like it's certainly they go for the bigger and better mentality with everything. But my impressions of the story and the black suit thing, they don't give you the fucking black suit until halfway through the story. There's like 31 story missions. You don't get it till mission 15.
Right. Every trailer is Miles being like, Peter's acting weird.
Peter's acting kind of different.
He put on that pitch black suit and started killing people. He's been acting kind of off.
Yeah,
he's been littering ever since he put on that suit.
Yeah, he's just a real piece of shit now.
Maybe J. Jonah Jameson is onto something.
But the story overall, I don't feel like it's as strong as the first one, but I think I'd have to replay the first one to get a concrete opinion of this.
Learn
But
to
at
hate
its
the
worst,
first one.
the story in this game feels like the worst parts of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies.
Oh, those are quite bad.
Like the low points of those movies were low.
So it's like
this game is like adjacent to that at times.
Does it have an equivalent to like Peter doing a sad kickflip after his uncle dies in the hallway?
There is. So like you
Really?
reunite with Harry Osborn at one point, and he's like, let's go to our old like middle school or high school, whatever, Peter. And like you ride bicycles together while like some like a sentimental song plays.
And you're 30?
And he's like 28. So yeah, it's like nearly 30. And then you go to the basketball court, and then you're shooting hoops with Harry while the Shins plays. It's like God, what is that song?
Where is my mind?
No. But yeah, just like some indie rock song from 20 years ago. Well, they're like, you remember being a teenager, Peter? Swish, kind of like, oh, it was bad. And it's an interesting interpretation of like these story beats, like the symbiote suit or like Craven's Last Hunt, right? Insomniac's done a good job doing their own thing, right? That's what I liked about the first one, is that they had this kind of confidence with it, where it's like we're just doing our own story, right? We're not beholden to the MCU, right? And it's nice that this story is also similarly not trying to be that,
while also directly adapting a bunch of existing stories.
But yeah, but it's also now it feels like it is kind of taking a lot from existing stuff, and it doesn't quite jive with what they've created. So there's a weird dissonance to the story here. And Harry Osborn looks like a white Henry Golding, the guy from Crazy Rich Asians, to me, which is super funny.
It's supposed to be James Franco.
I should have been
supposed to eat the pancake and smile.
So good. Yeah, that's what I need.
Or Dane DeHaan if you're a sick freak.
You're a fraud, Spider-Man. Give me your blood. I love his frantic delivery in those movies. He is more adjacent to that, though. Like this Harry is closer to Dane DeHaan's Spider-Man than or Harry than James Franco's.
Does he become the Green Goblin?
No. Oh, and that's the other thing about this one is he's Venom, right? Like there's no Eddie Brock in this one. It's like Harry has some terminal illness that his mother had, and so Norman's like, we'll give him this alien treatment.
Give him the black smegma.
Yeah, but then they also tied
see the movie, give him Venom.
Make him listen to Eminem, that'll cure him.
Yeah. They tied Kurt Connors. They tied the Lizard to Venom's backstory now too. Like that's how he lost his arm, because he was part of Norman's research team. So it all feels a little
the Lizard almost cut his arm off because the symbiote was on it.
Yeah, the symbiote was on it, and then he's like, shoot it off.
It's like, I don't want to be epic. I don't want to be strong and cool. Make me fucking crippled instead.
I don't want Eminem to write a song about me. Please.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to be lame. I want to be
able to game anymore.
Amen. So yeah, it's strange. Not strange. I guess it's just interesting, and I haven't quite processed how I feel about the decisions they're making. But...
Sounds like it annoys you. Sounds like you think it's annoying. Sounds like you think it's shallow and pedantic.
It feels a little arbitrary. Just because it's like with the black suit Spider-Man story, it's like, what beats are you going to hit? Like,
is he going to dance in the street, perhaps?
No, none of that. He hasn't. Surprisingly, he hasn't been like a fun asshole. He's just been a dick.
I hate that. That was
the hero here.
That's the best thing about the Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man is it's like Peter Parker's idea of a cool guy, which is a loser.
Incredible. Yeah. That's just that Sam Raimi charm that is missing from every other Spider-Man adaptation.
Every other adaptation of every other comic book ever created, I would say.
Even the other one they made him direct.
I know. Even the Doctor Strange movie.
I remember watching that shit and being like, this can't be my hero.
This is not Evil Dead 2.
I saw glimpses of it. He was trying to escape, but then Disney was like, no,
Disney's too big.
I know they hit him over the head with a hammer and said, do what we tell you.
It's like, no, I
Exactly.
want to have the zombie Doctor Strange. It's like, we'll give you that, but make the kids sing the cringe song.
Can I have Bruce Campbell in it? Yes, but you have to make him beat himself to death for no reason.
Stupid as fuck, yeah.
You have to make him die.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I can't go against the mouse.
Right. Have to compromise our working relationship we've had for 50 years now.
All right, you can be in Doctor Strange too, but the Evil Dead cinematic universe is canceled.
Little tangent. Did you watch Evil Dead Rise?
No, but I heard it was actually good.
It was.
But
I didn't
not-
watch the 2013 or whatever reboot.
The 2013 reboot is nothing at all like the Sam Raimi films, but it's a good horror movie.
Okay, I've
And
heard
from
mixed
what
things.
I've heard about Evil Dead Rise, it's the same in that it's a scary movie. It's like actually scary, but it is nothing at all like Evil Dead 2, which is
Mhm.
what I want.
It certainly is
It
not
has-
anything like Evil Dead 2.
Yes. And I feel like it's kind of going down a route now where they're like, oh, this is an up and coming horror director. Let's give the guy who made fucking Green Room, Evil Dead movie is what I think is going to happen, which I'm not really into. I don't like the idea.
I loved Green Room.
Well, I love Green Room too, but I don't think Evil Dead as a franchise should have, like
That amount
Nazi
of, like-
attack dogs biting off people's arms graphically.
It won't be Nazi attack dogs. Now it'll be a deadite, just eliciting that same kind
but
of
it's just
dread.
it needs that little touch of Three Stooges sprinkled in. It needs a little bit of it needs a protagonist who's oddly competent but also still borderline brain dead.
Gets his shit kicked in.
Yeah.
That's
a
the
fun
problem
way.
with any of the movies without Bruce Campbell is like I think it's like
A
really
lack of
obvious that the
character.
sauce is Ash, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, Evil Dead Rise did not have any character that could, fulfill his role or be like a proxy of any sort. So the effects were good. Some of the callbacks were a little like ham-fisted. Like
it's an Evil Dead movie.
reference.
We gotta say "Dead by Dawn."
Yeah.
We gotta have the tree with the tentacle.
Gotta have a chainsaw. Yeah. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it certainly like didn't make me think like, oh man, Evil Dead's in good hands. right
Evil
now.
Dead is back.
Evil Dead 3,
No.
directed by Skinamarink.
You just don't see anything the whole movie. Just someone whispering off camera.
It's like Dead by Dawn. Dead by Dawn.
Did you see that?
Put the chainsaw on your hand.
I had to poop in the corner.
Did you?
Grab the chainsaw, put it on your hand.
I think someone said something about a chainsaw.
Danny.
I think I'll gouge my eyes out off camera.
That was an interesting one. Skinamarink. Since we're
Good
still on
movie,
the,
but not Evil Dead.
yeah. And going back to Spider-Man 2, I suppose.
Right? Yeah, you hate it.
I don't hate it.
Hate it, and you hate it specifically because Miles is in it. Yes.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Let me just pull up the DMs real quick.
Yeah.
Hugh, pull up on your
Yeah,
end. Hey,
what's it
producer,
say
you can you
here?
pull up the DMs.
I don't like him taking this young boy taking the role of a white. Oh, I'm just gonna stop right there. That's enough.
Yeah, fill in the blanks, people.
I will say the narrative, I feel like they shaft Miles, right? Like they're both in this game, but it's such a Peter-centric story where it's like they kind of
his game also is like a glorified DLC, isn't it?
it was like a Christmas story
It's
for
like
Miles.
a 20-hour max game.
Mm-hmm.
Or with like a stupid villain.
The Tinkerer?
Yeah.
His
and
villain's
they
not even Kingpin or something?
No, it's like an original villain for his story, which like the
stuff with
emotional stakes
his
by
uncle
the
was
end.
better, but the villain
Yeah.
was just like someone who, if they just spoke, the whole problem would have happened.
Yeah. That's very aptly put, Hugh.
So they put in the Prowler and all that.
Yeah,
The stuff
I
with
liked
the
how they
Prowler's pretty
adapted. Yeah, Uncle Aaron is cool in this, right? It's the thing where like they don't. Well, no, because the villain in Miles was their own thing, and they kind of fucked it up. So I don't know. It's Insomniac. I don't think their writing is like super strong ever.
Right, they made Sly Cooper.
Right, and Ratchet and Clank, right? Famous.
Oh, right. Duh. Sly
Um,
Cooper was Sucker Punch. Stupid.
Ratchet
Oh.
What? I know Sly Cooper, but Ratchet and who? What?
Ratchet and Dank. Yeah, so I think I have like maybe a third more of the game to go. What I'm most curious about is if the game is going to take away like all the symbiote powers, because admittedly, like that's what I was looking forward to, and the game has Spider-Man is just mean, you know?
That is exactly what I want. Do you get like big teeth and you get to bite off people's heads and stuff?
So the way they have this suit, it looks nasty as hell too, which is kind of cool.
And it's
I
supposed
think
to, right?
Yeah, they make it unappealing, which I think is the point as the game goes on. Like when you first get the suit, it just kind of like, coats Peter, and it's like, okay, kind of has these weird bio-organic components of it. But as like the symbiote stays on him longer, it starts getting like veinier. So his head kind of looks like a fucking shaft of a penis. Like, veins going up it. Like, oh.
MJ, I turned my head into a penis.
Yeah, look at this.
MJ, come here.
Yeah. He's like, give me my
Peter,
suit
no.
back, Peter. And he's like, no, fuck you. You could be sick.
Just Harry crawling on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, Peter, my polio.
Yeah, it is. He has a cane and everything.
Peter,
and
you
he
don't
even
need it.
He has his Dane DeHaan moment where he throws his cane at the window because he's upset with Spider-Man as he's swinging off. Yeah. So if they do something cool where like they just outright take away all the abilities and then don't offer you any replacement, like I suppose narratively, I'll feel the same frustration and pain as Peter, where it's like, oh, I'm not cool anymore.
Oh,
I
yes,
can't do cool things.
That story game,
right? Yeah, the
barrier.
ludology or whatever.
Yes.
But I don't think that'd be fun for a video game,
Yeah, I mean, the big reason why Yakuza is fun is because you can be like, oh, I need to save the son of the chairman, and then you can go out and play mahjong for 8 hours straight,
Yeah,
like
and
a
it's
degenerate
just
gambler
like,
with no consequence.
Yeah, and yeah, the game doesn't need to acknowledge it or whatever. It just is, and it works. That is the great thing about those games. Anyway, we're back. Spider-Man. Yeah, I suppose that's really most of my impressions, right? It plays better than the first one. They've refined it a lot. A lot of the traversal just feels much tighter. They have like some systems ripped straight out of Sunset Overdrive, if you ever played that one.
I did not.
Yeah, that's another Insomniac game where like they're really trying to be funny and like tongue in cheek and wink at the player.
Didn't it bomb terribly?
I think it got re-released on PC, but it didn't do well, right? It was like an Xbox One launch title.
Yeah.
There was never a sequel.
There was never an audience.
Got that on PC, but I never played it.
I played it on Xbox and PC because I was curious to see like how their games would feel before Spider-Man came out, and it gave me faith. Right when I played it originally back in the day, I was like, oh, okay, they could handle traversal pretty well. This is just like Tony Hawk, but with guns and a really shitty sense of humor. But the game was fun, and in Spider-Man 2, they like they ripped a mechanic out where you could like skim the surface of water, like you just like surf on it. Like that was something in Sunset Overdrive. Now you can do it in Spider-Man.
Sure, why not?
And I remember thinking, I was like, wouldn't it be so weird if you did this in Spider-Man? Like that'd be absurd. Years ago, and then happened. It's just always so strange when
Maybe like a web boat or something.
no, he's just enough momentum where he's like a rock skipping on the surface, just slides on it. I will say, and they also added like his underarm gliding kind of squirrel suit
Oh yeah, that's
into the mix. It's cool, but like the joke is people always say like, oh, it makes you feel like Spider-Man, right? I don't feel like Spider-Man when I'm gliding through,
right. You feel like a flying
Spider-Man
squirrel.
doesn't damn glide.
Yeah, like I know the Tom Holland movies, and he's done it in the comics before, obviously, but like I don't know. I think the game,
Dumb Holland.
yeah,
I feel like
Holland.
Spider-Man.
Whoa.
You feel like Spider-Man when you got your arms up and your legs around, you're like a perfect L swinging around.
yeah, that's the feeling, not just cause, I'm Rico Rodriguez right now, I'm not Spider-Man. Yeah, I was surprised that it didn't review higher than Super Mario.
Really?
I mean,
Super Mario.
I
Nintendo
guess
game.
I guess I should have expected like first party Nintendo Mario. It's gonna be received super well, but the first one was received so well.
Miyamoto puts a gun to every single reviewer's head personally, and says, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if my finger slipped?" Hee. That's a 9 at the start of that score, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nemo would be yelling. He's an angry old man.
He'd be like,
Smokes
"Charles,
10 packs.
pull the trigger." He's like, "I don't want to." He's like, "Pull the trigger."
You're an ambassador now. This is your job.
Oh. He has to let the warrior side out so he can do the dark thing.
He's like, yeah, Charles Martinet talking. So like, I'm not gonna do it. No, don't. I want to.
Yeah, he's like
he has the warrior hat. He talks to it like the Green Goblin.
He's like Two-Face.
You know
one
what
side.
we have to do.
He's like Two-Face or Anton Chigurh pulls out the coin. He's like, call it. It's Wario or Mario on one side. I'm not gonna call it. Anyway, any last questions for me about Spider-Man or any closing thoughts on Mario for you, Nick?
I feel like
Or
we've
you,
done
if
a
you got
great
it.
job convincing people not to play either game.
I mean, I just want to be honest. You know, there's fun to be had with Spider-Man. I'm obviously enjoying it. I'm spending hours playing it, but it's important to be critical of the things you like. Otherwise, you know, why bother?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you really honed my critical edge on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you used to be so nice and lenient.
I know.
Now
I didn't want to offend anyone.
They
Now
want
it's
to
like
offend-
fuck you, Insomniac. You
Yeah,
game.
Tom Sony or whatever. Hugh, any thoughts on anything?
The mixtape in the Miles Morales Spider-Man was
So
ass.
Ass.
Was
so
ass.
horrible.
That's my thought.
Yeah, I can't like what a letdown.
I can't believe I
collectible.
spent hours swinging around the city sampling the sounds of New York. And he's like, yeah, this is what we made. And it's like, it's just
Oh,
like
yeah,
fart
Uncle
sounds
Aaron.
and tanks dropping.
I will say,
Brian's
okay,
like, me and your dad used to make this. It was fire.
that brings up a really good point I noticed while playing Hugh. Is like there's just a level of discomfort I feel when like Miles is talking about like hip hop culture, like this culture of the streets, or like it feels artificial or
Have you ever
disingenuous.
seen the Miles Morales comic where he's Thor?
And he
Miles
says it's hammer time.
Morales.
Yes.
Yeah, I've only seen that
bursting-
panel.
He says by Odin's fade,
Yes, by Odin's fade.
and Odin is bald in the comic, but
So,
he has a beard.
number one.
He has a beard. One, he's bald. Two, he has a beard.
Yeah. And
So by
like,
Odin's beard would have worked just fine.
it's like the same kind of like artificial, like, yeah, I know what the inner city kids are into. They put Loki stickers on Thor's hammer and they
it's
spray paint graffiti.
it's no
and they would
Tozan
the
and
Sugar
Earl.
Hill Gang.
Yeah.
It's not like as well as they got it in the Spider-Verse film.
Yeah,
So
no, certainly.
It felt more like he's a New York kid.
Mhm.
Of course, he's going to be into this stuff. But
Like, yeah, that's a good comparison to draw. Where like you
Right.
have it done well,
Miles,
and then you
Miles
have it
isn't
here
swinging
where it's-
into he's like, let me go to the bodega and get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Let me get
the
my
Aki
chopped
way.
cheese. Sure.
Oh man, Doc Off just
Oh
scuffed
my
my
God.
Timbs.
Yeah, that's always
gonna crease
bothered
your
me
J's,
about the
Spider-Man.
Insomniac's portrayal of Miles has always kind of rubbed me that way.
Dr. Connors, your J's are fake.
No.
Turns
No,
into a
no,
bigger
no.
lizard, yeah.
Yeah. He became a lizard trying to regrow his J's that got scuffed.
Yes, very, very good point, Hugh, man, because that was something that
Yeah.
struck me while playing. I was like, wow, what is this feeling I'm getting that I don't
Why do
like?
I feel like I'm being pandered to in a way that makes me hate?
My final bit of criticism for Spider-Man 2 is they have an in-world podcast that plays, to kind of like reflect on,
Yeah.
current
Oh, is
events
it
in the
like
story.
the J.
This is a
Jonah
J. Jonah
Jameson?
Jameson.
So the J. Jonah Jameson one is fine. I think like that's a character that it's hard to fuck up because it's like he wants pictures of Spider-Man. He thinks he's a menace, and he's just going to
And a
rant about it.
podcast is a good way to take it with print media being dead.
Is
Yeah.
it still J.K. Simmons?
No, it's the guy who voices like Reinhardt or something in Overwatch. He's yeah. I think he was also Gladio in Final Fantasy 15, but I might be wrong.
That brings me no satisfaction whatsoever.
But he's doing J.K. Simmons, right? He's doing that portrayal of the character.
This is just like when I found out that Mario wasn't Charles Martinet anymore. Broke my heart.
But the J.K. Simmons, or the fucking J.K. Simmons, the Jameson one is fine. But the Danicast is what they call it. It's like some it's very like hello fellow teens feeling, kind of the same issue I'm having with a
they
lot
had
of
that
the
in the
writing.
Miles Morales
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was always like, shut up.
I just skip this.
I don't want to hear your show.
And it's so
shut up.
annoying that the
people in
characters
street
are so
saying,
into it.
No.
They're like,
I said, no, bring J. Jonah Jameson back up.
Yeah.
He's way better.
Yeah.
So who is this person supposed to be? Like,
I think she's a character from the comics, Danica something. She's like a New Yorker that podcasts about what's happening on the streets.
Yeah, she's
Danica
like, I'm
Patrick.
real. I'm connected to the streets.
Oh yeah. Like activism and stuff. Yeah.
She has debates with J. Jonah Jameson. Remember?
See, no, they're going way off. You're not supposed to have actual like. You're not supposed to have someone who's like, I'm the right opinion, and they're the stupid Alex Jones, copycat. You need like Grand Theft Auto style. Everyone is a piece of shit, grifter, psycho.
They should have gotten Ray D'Angelo Harris in New York doing chocolate.
Yeah, they should have gotten Laszlo.
Yeah, Laszlo.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Spider-Man? You think he
just the complete opposite of J. Jonah, a Spider-Man dick rider who's just like,
exactly.
Yeah. Did you see that cool thing Spider-Man did when he killed all those people in his black suit?
Yeah. God, I wish Spider-Man would kill me.
Yeah. So, yeah, I may have more impressions next week. I'll probably finish the main scenario. If it's worth bringing up, I'll bring it up. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
I mean, same with Mario. It's super easy. I'll keep playing it, but so far, I'd say the best Nintendo game this year is Pikmin 4, like without a question.
Okay, right on.
Interesting.
Super Mario Wonder, was it bundled with anything like Bowser's Fury?
No, it is not.
Okay, so it's just the 2D.
Just Mario.
All right, so
Wondered with this disgusting elephant transformations.
It is gross. I hate how ugly it is. And
I was going to say,
everyone pretends it's like, oh, it's so cute.
So charming.
Elephant is so great that he squirts nasty fucking water out of his trunk and sprays the guy with his disgusting trunk and makes him bloom.
Day one, they showed that off. There was people were drawing Elephant Peach on Twitter, and I knew it was bad.
Yeah.
This is for the sick freaks of the planet Earth.
I was going to say, what's the draw here? What's the appeal? As someone who's kind of not really
the draw, from what I gathered,
TF
from
fetish.
Yeah, the reality is TF fetishes.
TF fetish, weight gain. I don't know.
Team Fortress fetishes. The cover story was that apparently Miyamoto is like, you're not allowed to use any existing powers, make them new ones. So they're like, drill, elephants. We're out of ideas. Can we please use the power flower?
Narrative? What's the narrative of this one?
It's the same as every Mario game. Bowser gets pissed off and wants to steal the princess.
Okay.
Peach is playable.
You play
Peach is playable. Yeah. So who's the cast? Who do you got?
The story's closer to a Paper Mario, where he's after power rather than the princess.
Okay.
Yes. The cast also does not matter at all. Every character plays exactly the same unless you're playing as stem cell fetus Yoshi or Nabbit. If you're
Luigi doesn't even have his like what?
Nabbit is sperm cell mode. Yoshi is fetus mode.
Wow.
Everyone else is Yoshi is egg cell. Nabbit is sperm cell.
Jeez. Okay. Well,
the only reason to play different characters is that they can reveal hidden blocks based on who you're playing as.
Mario, Luigi, Peach.
But, yeah, they've got like their little logo on it.
Who's the last one? Toad or Yoshi?
Toad, and there's also Blue Toad and Toadette.
Daisy.
Oh, wow.
And Daisy.
Got Daisy
back. Oh, so they have more playable characters than
there's like
players. That's fun.
10 playable characters. I think 5 normal, 5 just, I don't even know, baby. 5 baby.
Okay. Does it deserve the high review scores?
What would... I mean, it's literally a game anyone could play. You could hand it to a baby, they could chew on the controller for an hour, and they would have a great time, and they wouldn't die once. Okay. What I think the game needs is if they add like Wario, Waluigi, and it makes the game harder if you play as them. That would be perfect.
And that'd be fun.
I was saying they should make them play different. Your warrior has his shoulder bash.
Exactly.
Yeah, if he has Wario Land moveset, I would love
Mhm.
that.
This is why he's the idea human.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Chock full
Nintendo,
of-
that one's for free. Next one, I'll charge you.
Yeah, send a check. All right. We're back.
Xbox Live.
Talk about the Xbox Partner Showcase or Xbox Partner Preview, excuse me. Because I love to be accurate.
They blew their wad right away with that because they start off with the Yakuza presentation and they really showed like some genuine new stuff that I thought was interesting. You know me, I do not give a shit about Animal Crossing. But now that Ishimon's doing it, I'm very into it.
You didn't get
Yes.
on the New Horizons chain when it
I
came
didn't.
out?
No.
Really?
I tried it. I got bored very quickly. I played Animal Crossing GameCube way, way longer.
Mm-hmm.
than I
Did you ever
played New
play like the
Horizons.
Wii or the
No.
DS versions?
I played
DS one was fire.
I played, Wild World, right? I played that for a long time. I remember I put my friend code up on GameFAQs and someone came to my town and said, "Do you want a Royal Crown?" And I said, "Yes." And they dug a pitfall and said, "Fall in it." And I did. And then they left.
Wow. That's not happening in the New Horizons.
Yeah, there's no trolling. That's the
Yeah, no
problem.
one's bold enough these days.
No one's a bully and like they used to be.
I mean, even with the villagers, their personalities are so much more tame.
I know in the old games they used to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's your disgusting fucking putrid
Right.
face that I hate."
Right? It's like, oh, what kind of shirt is that? You fucking loser.
You have no fashion sense.
Like, I'm 6
They
years
had
old.
haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Here in Wokistan, they won't let the villagers say what they really think.
Nope. Animal Crossing gone woke.
well, hopefully with Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, yeah, they showcased. How was it, Dokodon Island or whatever?
Yeah, it's got like those little mascot characters at the Sanrio or the
Mhm.
What do they call it? The 99-cent store in Japan, the fucking Daiso.
Daiso, yeah. Little mascot characters, little island life management sim.
Yeah,
looks like.
that's gonna be like it looks like that's the mini game where it's like all the classic Yakuza characters. I'm sure Patriarch Gondawara in his diaper will show up after you
Yeah,
do,
totally.
you can recruit him as a villager or something.
After you
Mhm.
build the baby.
Yeah, he's gonna
house.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a request. Could you decorate my room like a nursery, please?
Yeah,
Ichiban?
that actually wouldn't be too bad because the Yakuza characters I feel like are so established, even though there's probably going to be like only super rare villagers get their own room, but I don't give a shit about random villagers. I don't give a shit about randomly generated. I don't care about Satoshi Watanabe. Who gives a fuck? I want to
Have the
make
shambling race car guy. What was his name?
Pocket Circuit Fighter.
Pocket Circuit
Pocket
Fighter?
Circuit. But he'll be like 1,000
He's
years
so
old,
old now.
shambling into
He's
the
coming to
village,
retire on the
place.
island. Yeah.
I'm looking for a place to die.
I finally built up a little nest egg. If you give me a nice 1x1 shack.
Oh, race pocket cars with me again,
Exactly,
Kiryu,
yeah.
one last time.
Kiryu's like, oh, sorry, my cancer took a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that real? Kiryu has cancer?
Oh, you didn't know that?
I saw
Oh.
headlines about it.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
You could, I mean, fuck it. If it's
Yeah, that's why
an
his hair's
established
gray.
thing. Oh, I see.
That's why his hair's so gray and limp because of his cancer.
Oh, I see. Can't put it back.
Yeah. He's like
It's the first sign
chemo.
of it took cancer to give him an age.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, the man's been unstoppable for like 30 years. So, yeah. That
It's
makes
like
sense
wasn't
it's
that the
finally
plot of
caught up to
the
him.
new Rocky movies? He's like, I can't box no more. I got cancer. You see,
With,
my
like-
knuckles got tumors in them.
A bunch of do what?
Yeah.
Looking. I don't know. Does Rocky have cancer in the Creed movies?
He's got like cancer or dementia or something, I think.
I don't remember what I was doing.
I
got back.
Who are you? What
Yeah.
am I doing?
Like, same old rock.
Hey, old Rock. Thanks.
Where's Paulie?
Adrian! No, Rocky. Adrian's dead.
Adrian's been dead a long time, Rock. I know you've been
Ooh.
acting funny today. Yeah.
Oh,
Is that you, Apollo? Like, no, he's dead.
I'm gonna get that Russian.
Yeah.
I want to kill the Russians.
I'm
No,
gonna
we're not
bomb
at war
Russia.
anymore. The Cold War's over, Mr. Rocky.
It ended
Mr.
years ago,
Balboa,
Dad.
please.
Yeah.
Oh, did I end it? Yes. you
I
did.
won. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I won the fight. Yes, yeah. I killed him.
Yeah, you did kill him. That was you.
Anyways, Yakuza looks great.
Yeah, Like a Dragon looking great. The side content looking like a big.
How many games within games are in there?
I mean, right? The fact that they made like a new Crazy Taxi just for that alone would have been great, because I got really tired of the picking up trash minigame.
After like 3 times, you're done.
Yeah. So that looks great. They have Sonic the Fighters, which I think has online play. Did I imagine that?
Oh, I didn't catch it.
That'd be crazy if it does.
If it doesn't, I'll just
impressed.
make people play it with me when they come over.
Reinvigorate the scene.
Yeah. I've never played this before, but I think I'll choose Knuckles. I think I'll see what Knuckles is gonna do.
I'm gonna play as a Charmy Bee. See if I could lose very quickly.
But yeah, the side content in Infinite Wealth looks great. Everything about it looks like. I mean, I was gonna buy it no matter what, but
yeah,
I'm glad that everything they're showing makes me go yay instead of making me go like,
No,
I'm always impressed with.
Sorry,
no, go for it.
I was just asking, is the business management game coming back?
I don't think so. I think they're replacing with the island manager.
Yeah, I think this will be the equivalent.
I got a friend who bought 7 just for that.
For the
business management,
just like going around store to store. Yeah,
I did like that in Zero. Honestly, I think I like the one in Zero more.
I think I like it in Zero more. It's a little more fleshed out. Yeah, it felt.
It was just fun.
Yeah, and I also had the emotional attachment with Tachibana real estate. It's like I gotta make this business successful.
Like as I was playing Kiwami 2, also the hostess club is definitely very shoehorned in. The fact that they had to make it a story event. There's like, oh, you're the new manager, and Kiwi's like, no, and he's like, oh, come on in, manager. Like, I'm not the manager.
Yeah, it weren't as likable as the Zero Club Sunshine, was it?
Exactly.
Yeah, a real underdog story
really,
there.
I really cared about those gals. These Kiwami 2, I'm like, take them or leave them, whatever.
Yes, I would say, yeah. Well, that is the one nice thing in the Kiwami 2 mini games. When you get far enough, Majima replaces the random like bullheaded
redhead guy
as the announcer. I do like that.
Hope you can execute that guy on your island in this new game.
Yeah, that'll be
sacrifice him.
That's my favorite part of the presentation is like to get your favorite characters from past games and brutally murder them to appease the god.
Ritual sacrifice, yeah.
No, it's just him. You can just
only was it Buono?
Yeah. Excellent. The other notable or really interesting trailer announcement, not an announcement, it was just a trailer from the Xbox showcase today was the Metal Gear Solid Delta remake of Snake Eater.
Disappointing to me.
It was a minute and 40 seconds. It was just really showcasing
they
Unreal Engine
tossed
5.
the Fox engine in the trash.
Isn't that odd?
Such the incinerator.
Because I thought the Fox engine was great.
2 things with the Fox engine. They made Metal Gear Survive, and they made Metal Gear Solid 3 Pachinko. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They put it on a hard drive and they smashed it with a hammer like the video game nerd. It's gone.
They drew a caricature of Kojima on it with a little piece of shit on his head, and he was saying, "I'm dumb," and then they smashed it.
They sent it to him. They sent it to Kojima.
And he didn't even use it.
Sitting aloft in Sony
He didn't
Studios.
even use it for fucking.
I don't think he can.
Death Stranding.
Legally.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He just looks at it longingly.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
The power I created.
But yeah. Nothing exciting. Unreal Engine 5 doesn't excite me. I don't think Konami really cares about making games anymore. I think that this is going to be like a very bare bones minimalist project, and I don't have any hopes for it.
That's interesting, but I can understand just from like the first kind of this first real look we have at it, where it is like, oh, it's just the game, but with a fresh coat of paint.
I think they're going to strip content away. I think they're going to take away all of the little interactive pieces that made it such a classic.
Did you hear about the recent controversy with the Volume 1 of the Metal Gear Solid collection?
How it's like directly ported from the HD collection like 5 years ago?
Not just that, but like with Psycho Mantis, like how you'd read
It
your
doesn't
memory
read
card
your
back
memory
in the day.
card.
So like now you have to simulate it by like picking what titles would be on your memory card, and some people aren't into that. The argument I'm
just
seeing,
I mean, it's
it's one of those things.
impossible.
How are you gonna do it these days?
Yeah. It's not. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it.
hmm
I think I don't care. I think the problem is
Oh,
that
yeah.
games that are now 2 decades old run at 30 frames per second when they ran at 60 frames per second is more of an issue.
Yes,
Like
certain.
Metal Gear Solid 2 was a 60 FPS game running
On the
at
PS2.
24 frames per second on the Switch is not good.
That's insane to me.
It doesn't.
What is going on at
Makes sense.
Konami?
It's almost
What are
like
they doing?
they're
Almost
horrible.
like they don't care. It's almost
Yeah.
like they made a point of showing that they don't care about anyone who likes the series and think of them as stupid idiots who just throw money away as soon as you show Big
I knew it
Boss's
was
face.
Jover as soon as they said Bloober Team's getting Silent Hill 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or it's
Is
like,
that
oh
this
yeah,
is that's next year, right?
the
Yeah.
people who made that game that says sometimes you should kill yourself. Sometimes, some people, if they get abused, they should just commit suicide.
Yeah.
They're the right people to handle the story of
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2.
The game that's like sometimes abusers, they feel they're just little kids.
They have emotions
They
too.
didn't mean it. They're sorry. Why are you still so hung up on it? What's your problem?
I think they'll have the tact to handle Angela's story perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna show what's the name of the big fat guy?
Eddie.
Oh, the one that
Eddie.
I think it's Eddie. What? This whole town's full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
pizza. Yeah. I'm the boss now.
I feel like they're just gonna rewrite Eddie to be the same as the guy from Dead Rising 2 with the tiger. What's his name? Lenny or whatever. It's like take it easy, Eddie. Let's just take it nice and slow.
Eddie, not slow. Yeah, they're gonna make James Sunderland just as interesting as Chuck Green.
Oh, I can't wait. They're gonna give him a daughter.
Man, back at Silent Hill. Yeah.
My dead wife.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
I killed her and I was completely in the right. We're going to make the moral call for you, and I was right to do so.
She was making me so
Screw
miserable.
ambiguity.
The flashback, she's like
Ruby
stabbing
ambiguity.
James in the back, literally. And he's like, oh, stop it. Ugh, I'm gonna
Stop
do
it,
something.
ugh.
You're gonna make me do something you don't like. You're gonna make me do something you won't like. Pyramid Head comes out of the corner. He's like, come on, James, do it.
Do it.
Do
Yeah.
it, James.
He has another
James
flashback, like, oh wait, Pyramid Head killed her. I didn't even kill her.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Pyramid Head's like, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. It was this evil town.
Yeah, Pyramid's like, but am
Come on.
I wrong? Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
Let's get it. And he's like, let's get out of here, Laura, who we've now retconned to be my daughter.
Oh. Don't like that. All right.
Oh my god, you were waiting for me here in that town.
You're alive. You were actually Maria the whole time.
Oh, that's a good twist.
Yeah, that's good. Instead of setting herself on fire, she's like, you know what? Playing with matches is wrong.
All right. Any closing thoughts on Konami or Metal Gear Solid 3's remake?
No, let's just move on to Alan Wake.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought that was actually a good showcase for Alan Wake.
nice.
But the quip. Yes. You ready for
Let's hear
this?
it. I'm ready.
Alan Wake?
Ready?
More like Alan Woke.
Yep. These days, Alan
You
Woke
got it.
2023.
That was perfect.
That new character, Saga, right?
Saga. So I didn't watch this new trailer. I only watched the initial trailer back in the day. But there's a line that Alan says where he's like, "This story is a monster," and I hope that's not like foreshadowing that this character Saga, whose name is like a similar word to story, it's like is a monster. Like if that's the twist, I'm going to poop.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
I called that immediately.
I was
Hopefully
happy that the monster design is way better than just like guys with black shit on their face.
So
in their eyes.
I beat Alan Wake this morning in preparation for the sequel.
Alan Wake 1.
Yeah. I was
like a
on
variety,
chapter
man.
4, right, of 6, right, or episode 4 of 6. So I did the last 2 episodes today. And yeah, what does that game have against like blue collar laborers?
I know, it's just like a bunch of lumberjacks.
You're just killing
with like soot on their face, and I was like, ah!
That's part of its woke agenda. They
It's
don't
true.
like the
Alan
good,
Woke
hardworking
hates the
man.
blue collar.
It's the working class.
the middle
Hates
class.
small town America. I get it. This big city rider coming into town with his gun, killing everyone.
His gun and his flashlight. He's shining the flashlight on there. He's like, "Hey man, can you turn that off?" He's like, "Ah!"
The salt of the earth, hardworking Christian American.
Seasoned, well-meaning, red-blooded Americans. Oh, how I hate them.
A registered Republican. Get him.
Yeah, right. So it's good to hear that. Yeah, in the sequel, they're just gonna lean more into horror, right? I remember early press was like, this is Remedy's first like true horror game. I think it's rated M as well, which will help.
Yes,
because
she said fuck. I heard it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because Alan Wake pushing the hard like T rating, the hard PG-13. It's just like you got to go.
Did not help it.
Yeah, you got to go full in, otherwise the material kind of just suffers.
I hope they bring back the Verizon advertisement.
Right, or like Duracell.
The one thing
straight up.
I remember from the game is like a massive Verizon like billboard showing up in the middle of the most serious part.
Yeah.
Breaking my immersion immediately.
In the remaster, they took out all the product placement, which is hilarious.
Lame.
So it's no longer like pick up Duracell brand batteries, right?
Pick up the brand new Power Laster Duracells for added battery time.
Oh, it's like, yeah, these are good.
They should add Duracell Quantum. Links to those items on Amazon in the game.
They should, yes. Click here. Buy Duracell Quantum in real life to give your batteries a boost in Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
I mean, but when they do in Yakuza, I clap. So, who am I?
Because it's Japanese in Yakuza. It's different. It's different. Their products are better.
I cut off my right arm, Dr. Connor style, for a stamina right now.
A Boss coffee. Yeah.
They opened a Japanese vending machine near where I live. I can get Japanese drinks whenever I want now.
All the panties.
Wow.
You can eat.
Yeah. And there's lots of Japanese stores I can just walk to.
I was say, what's the access like for you in the? I don't know. Can we say your location, or is that?
Yeah, I've said it on my other show.
Okay, yeah.
Just say the Outback.
Yeah, in the Outback. What's your access level for like the Japanese goodies? Easy to come by?
Yeah, surprising not too hard.
That's cool, man.
Japan's only like 2 hours away by plane.
Yeah. It's just like a large sort of Asian population, so you walk down to the real sort of little. It's like, there's a lot more stores. Yeah. And there's a lot more stores opening up recently.
That's cool. To get real, living in
they even got PAX down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the day. When Video Ditch goes to PAX Australia and Producer Human is there live on the streets.
That'll be our first Patreon goal is send us to Australia to go to PAX.
We can swat off the fans trying to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
hold them on.
Yeah. Give us a look at them. Come on. And I'll be like, nope. No, come on, man. Calm down.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on Alan Wake 2? I have a couple thoughts on the.
I had no interest in it, and this made me think that it might actually be interesting.
Okay. Cool.
Which I wasn't expecting. I had zero expectation for Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
But good things from people who have played it.
Okay. I'm excited to try it out later. I think with the narrative, like I was into most of it, right? I liked most of Alan Wake. I think it's a game that was held back. Its ambition was held back by the technology of the time.
Its ambition and its story is held back by trying to make it a type of game that did not fit at all the story or the ideas it presented.
Yeah, making it this really like Stephen King kind of
making it like
good versus evil.
Resident Evil 4 was a terrible idea.
Yes.
And then American Wasteland doubled down on it for no reason.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I wish most of the game wasn't just combat and shooting, because it's not a very strong combat system. I was thinking today, this is like one of the worst dodges in gaming that I can recall.
Oh, the Alan Wake dodge.
Alan Wake's like shift out of the way. It's
it's to make you feel like you're just a rider.
Yeah.
It's make you feel like you're a real rider.
The Silent Hill combat approach.
Right.
It's like,
right.
They don't know how to fight, so it's bad. Yeah.
Yes, of course James isn't good at killing disgusting living dolls. Would you be, huh?
Yeah. No.
He's
You
just a
can only
writer.
kill terminally ill people.
You can
That's
only
easy.
smother your wife.
Yeah.
Put her in the back of your car.
They should have done that Metal Gear Solid 3 style. It's like as playing as James, you have to like mash X to hold the
mash
pillow
X
down.
to smother wife comes in.
I also feel like Alan Wake was afraid to make him like truly horrible to his wife.
I think they were afraid to make him a character.
Like he kind of runs into the Chuck Green problem. I think that era of protagonist, I'm really noticing it now. Like I think
like
era.
PS360 protagonist.
Yeah, the super bland protagonist.
Yeah.
When
like it didn't phase me before, but now I'm like, why? Yeah. So hopefully his character is just more interesting.
Well, it's weird too because you see him in the live action segments and he has a personality.
Mm-hmm.
And in the game, that's not who you're playing as.
Yeah.
Like his reactions to blasting 1 million steel mill workers is like, gotta get batteries.
Gotta get back to the past.
Truly. Yeah, with Alan Wake, by the end, it was like, a little hammy, the light versus dark conflict, right? He
kind of ripping up Kingdom Hearts at the end, to be honest.
Truly.
I know that Alan Wake is light.
And it kind of, ends on a cliffhanger. Like it has 2 pieces of DLC that you could play through. I just watched a walkthrough because I was like, I'm not spending more time with this combat system.
Oh, it's like what, you shoot words to progress or something? Or
yeah. The signal and then the rider were the 2 pieces of DLC that came out. And notably it ends with Alan kind of realizing like I'm trapped in the dark place, but maybe I can write myself out of here.
Yes. Too bad I'm a hack.
Right. So yeah, excited for the sequel. I just I like the dabbling of like cosmic horror, like this eldritch force of the lake. Like it's not a lake, it's like an ocean of darkness and this stuff. But I don't know, like the whole like we're warriors of light type shit. Like
leave it in Final Fantasy, pal.
Yeah, right. It's an interesting melding of like
I think that's why like the supplemental Alan Wake material is more interesting than the actual game, because it's like normal people interacting with the darkness and the dark place and they go fucking crazy immediately.
Yeah.
Nuts, and their lives are ruined.
Nobody. Like the brothers that drank the water from the lake and it fucked up their brain, and the lamp lady.
Like actually interesting stories.
Yeah. So I was thinking about Deadly Premonition, as one does, because Twin Peaks is a shared inspiration for both of these properties.
I would say it's very superficial for Alan Wake.
Exactly. Like with Deadly Premonition, they were able to hone in on those sensibilities of like the actual like lynching stuff.
The outsider who's just as weird as these citizens.
Yes, Speary has the same sort of whatever Lynch has going on in his brain. Yes. Speary has the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same sort of psychosis.
Yeah, it's the same sort of psychosis. He too would get 6 Woody Woodpecker dolls and name each of them.
Yes, and then break up with them dramatically.
See, I'm not talking about them anymore.
We had a bit of a falling out, and
what's that? You want me to be on the Cleveland show? Oh, yeah, of course.
You want me to be in the next Steven Spielberg movie? Fuck you.
Steven Spielberg, piece of shit director.
Seth MacFarlane?
Hell yeah, that's how I know he's my guy.
Have you seen that interview with David Lynch where they're talking about Eraserhead? And the interview is like, you said Eraserhead is your most spiritual movie. Would you care to elaborate on that? And he's like, no.
Yeah, I have. I love what he's like coaxing acting out of the little kids. Like, could you make your sound, Holden? Can you cry for me? That would be beautiful. Can you just roll over and make your sound for me? Could you do that?
He's a genius.
Look into the camera and cry.
Every single actor who's ever talked about working with David Lynch said that he's understood how to make them do exactly what they needed to do in a way that they've never experienced before or since.
Mm-hmm.
And I do
his
think
specificity is I will sing the praises of David Lynch just like everyone else. Not going to be contrarian.
Come on the show.
Yeah, David Lynch. You know,
we talk about Family Guy all the time. I don't have it today, but I got the family final family background, everything.
Mm-hmm. So we have Family Guy, Cleveland Show, American Dad. Pick your poison.
Got it all.
Lynch.
Yeah. All right. Any closing thoughts on Alan Wake? I think that was most of my gripes. It's like it's mostly good, but a little.
Have you played Control?
I started Control
because I think that's going to be important as well.
Okay, damn it.
Remedy verse, they're doing something like that.
Did you play Quantum Break, Human?
No,
I just played Control because like, it's an SPB game. You got to check it out. You forced my hand. I'll check it out.
I started playing Control, but I bought it originally on the PS4, and it runs like ass on the base PS4. So I have it on PS5. So perhaps I'll play that, but I don't know. I don't want to play another game before Alan Wake 2. I just want to start that one.
But Max Payne's in it. He's in the SCP container. He's like, let me out.
We are this foundation.
He's like, let me out of here.
Let me out of here. I can slow down time. Get me out of here.
I love fucking.
The closer you get to him, the slower your character moves.
Yeah. He was selling salt or what? He was buying salt for his hourglass. I wasn't selling any. I love hard boiled shit like that.
It's like, you played Max Payne 3. That's not me.
That's not me.
No.
Well, it is. It is. It's actually like it's just not Sam Lake, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they have the original PS1 square head Sam Lake in the cage.
He needs to look like that at all times.
Alan Wake 2, I believe, is going to have both. I think his name is James McCaffrey, the Max Payne actor and physical actor. And then it's also going to have Sam Lake. But I think Sam Lake is going to be voiced by, a voice actor instead of...
Oh, they're not doing the live action thing again?
I don't know. I mean, they might, but they might just redub it because Alan Wake's actor and his model are two different people. So they overdub everything.
I mean, I just hope they do like wacky, wild fuck stuff.
Sure,
more.
They will.
Like the most, I feel like the most interesting thing, the thing that stuck out to me the most after playing Alan Wake was just the random live action segment of him on the talk show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're in his apartment in New York. Just played through that.
That stuck out, but I don't remember anything about the blasting. I remember there was blasting. I remember there was a lot of blasting. I blasted a lot of guys, but I have no fondness for it.
Yes. So hopefully the sequel delivers more on the premise from a gameplay standpoint and from storytelling.
It's gonna save survival horror in the West.
I mean,
Capcom did it with those Resident Evil remakes, and now and 7.
I mean,
yes.
Honestly, if the gameplay for Alan Wake 2 was just copy Resident Evil remake, great.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Horror's in a good spot right now.
I'm a fan.
Last week's show was also telling of the state of horror. I was also able to catch some of the trailers I missed last week, like the World of Horror 1.0 release. I kind of wanted to talk to you about that.
Oh yeah, I haven't played it yet. Joanna,
I've been playing it.
My fiance wants to play it.
Nice, both of you. Okay, because I'm not super familiar with it. I know it's been in early access.
I've been playing it for a long
years.
Time.
Very long time.
Yeah,
and it's very slow to update.
It's like Junji Ito inspired. Clearly,
this is like one Polish guy.
Okay,
it's Junji Ito. Bunch of other stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm sure like
Lovecraft.
Yeah. Okay. And is it a visual novel? Because the trailer was cinematic.
Thing. It's kind of like, have you ever seen those old like PC Engine, PC98 games? Like,
you showed me this before.
Kind of like the PC98 visual novels are kind of dissimilar to usual visual novels because they would like throw in random mechanics to get people to play them.
Okay. So but they're like the really kind of detailed images.
They're very text heavy, but they also have like full combat systems.
There's combat, there's stats, RPG stats, skill checks.
They've got lots of RNG mechanics to keep you in, to draw you in, and keep
very
you playing.
Like almost kind of roguelike in a way.
Okay.
Yes. When you die, you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it mattered until they actually released the story content with 1.0, but originally it was basically just solve as many cases.
Full story stuff isn't in there yet. There's no scenario mode, but it is. You still have the mysteries, and there's a bunch of new ones.
Wait, the scenario mode's still not out yet?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Well,
I did hear it got like delayed like a week by surprise, like after the
after it came out.
Yeah.
He changed some of the art.
Oh, interesting.
First.
Yeah,
and it looks really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah. So he changed it back.
Changed it back. Oh.
I think one character you can choose between the old and the new art if you want.
I always play as what is it? The Yakuza guy.
Haru.
Yeah, Haru, the smoker.
Yeah,
he gets energy from smoking cigarettes.
Okay, so multiple protagonists?
Yes.
I choose Mimi and then go Scalpel.
Oh yeah, she's very good with the Scalpel.
Yeah. Yeah, and they all have their own strengths and their own level up perks.
And ideally, the Yakuza all have their own stories too.
Yeah. Yakuza guy can get his own he can get a Yakuza card and buy illegal items.
Yeah, you can buy guns and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just get
a baseball bat. Super interesting
and,
from
and there's lots of everything.
There's lots of there's really weird, strange, esoteric ways to unlock characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there's this priest, right? Mm-hmm. That I spent, oh my God, it took me days to get him. Yes. I needed the RNG to line up right. And I needed to get a small key, go to a school, hopefully that I get a cup, and then pray that I get sent to another realm randomly where I can drink the blood from the cup.
It's like back when you remember back in GameCube when people were like, oh, if you do cruel melee and you get 50 kills within 30 minutes, you get Sonic and Tails.
Yeah.
It's like but real.
Yeah.
But real.
You can get different old gods as well with the current mode. It's they're trying to summon this abomination and you need to stop it. And each one adds new gameplay modifiers.
It's great.
Cool. It sounds really interesting from the outside.
And a lot of the mysteries and events are just lots of mod support as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
And they have a nice modding community as well.
Some mysteries are mini games on their own.
Yeah. And multiple endings as well.
So how do you navigate through the world? Is it screen by screen, or you have a sprite?
Yeah, there's the main areas you can explore, and each one of those areas has a shop or a curse.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask if there's
the curse
NPCs.
Witch. Yeah, that's the best character to play. Is this person who gets stronger the more curses you put on yourself.
Great. Because
I love a
cursing tree.
Yeah,
I love a risk reward. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like that.
Okay, fun. Well,
you can very cool.
It's got super bosses. It's got secret enemies. It's got all kinds of crazy shit.
And they get more. If you get cursed, they can reflect on your little character. They'll visually change.
Yes, they get all.
I love that.
You can get the brand of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get gills as well, like a fish look.
Yeah, it's called the Innsmouth look or the Innsmasu.
Classic. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Lovecraft stuff.
Well,
that's crazy, and it's very addicting as well.
Yeah, it's easy to play for a long time. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors, but you don't feel like you're wasting your life.
You're just stuck in a loop, and then sometimes you get to a point you're not even reading the mysteries. You're clicking through.
Oh yeah,
just to progress. Okay,
just to see the new ending.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Nice. I mean, it sounds super intriguing, and I know it's coming out to console.
I think it's already on Switch.
Yeah. So, another fun horror title to be checking out.
And do we have any questions? With that, let me check my cellular phone real quick. And
we are coming to the end of today's show. I don't think we put in a word.
You didn't put out a request.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it. Well, people should just know, shouldn't they?
That's all right.
Just Google top 10 questions people ask. Podcasters answer them.
Right.
Let's see.
Well, let's see. Phil Spencer and the fucking Microsoft acquisition finally went through completely last week or 2 weeks ago. I think on the 14th, 10 days
ago. They had that big emotional trailer.
Oh, yeah. It was epic. I cried together. 2 times.
Oh, look at us. Cheer for the Monopoly. And the people in the comments are like, dude, goose pimples. Goose pimples all over my body.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about that?
Microsoft, please add a subscribe button. Or what's the thing on YouTube?
Yeah.
Let me become a member. Let me become a follower. A super sub.
Game Pass subscriptions have gone up today. Sony, you've got Spider-Man 2. We've got Overwatch 2.
I feel like Game Pass games. It's like nothing new gets out of this interesting. It's like today you get to play I turned into a wolf, so now I have to eat a baby?
No way, man. You get
Finnish developer.
Exclusive Xbox games day
HUGH
one
was
on
on
Game
there
Pass.
for a good while. HUGH was on there for a good long while. They had HUGH. And then I think last year they got rid of it.
I already own that on Steam. You know what? I gotta contact those guys.
Yeah, the Y2K guys.
Yeah,
if you're listening, Y2K devs, come on the show. We'd love to have you.
I gotta stream it again and be like, I like this, and then
I'm actually a big fan.
I'll send them a clip, being like, hey, check this out. You guys should come on.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, I suppose that's gonna be it for today's show. It's October 25th, 2023, day of recording, and I've been Sam, as always, joined by Nick and our newest producer, Hugh. Thanks for coming on today.
Goodbye.
Yeah. And as always, you can find us on our respective social medias. I am at the Super Sammycom on Twitter /X. Nick is Somebody Stop Me. 2 eyes, Nintendo style on everything. We'll link it below. Subscribe, all the good stuff. If you leave a comment, we'll read it.
It's true. We've done it before.
We're guaranteed to read that shit. So so let us know. Do you also hate Spider-Man 2?
Do you hate us?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yes, please. But until then, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time.
See you then.
Goodbye.
Hey, so addendum. Forgot about the bet for this episode. But here's the deal. I'm about to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, if that was not obvious. And the bet is, I'm betting against there being a Marvel-style, expanded universe setup kind of extra scene after the credits. And Sam can bet that there will be, I guess. And the loser's going to have to sing a special song for the outro for the next episode. Okay, great. See you then.